Hey everyone, I am a few days late with this video diary, but that's okay. I am 22 weeks, 3 days pregnant, so I'm not too late. What's been going on for week 21? Well, my glucose tolerance test thing that I had. I do not have gestational diabetes, which is wonderful. That test is incredibly boring. Sitting around for 2 hours watching people go in and out and in and out, and you have to sit there for 2 hours doing nothing. But the results came back fantastic. I do not have gestational diabetes. But what I do have is a really low, I have really low iron, which is the reason for obviously everything that's been going on. So they've given me a prescription for some pills which cause constipation. Yay! So apparently I have to drink lots and lots of water. But hopefully I can start getting on these tablets. She said it takes a while to, kind of kick in, but hopefully I'll start to get my energy back and things like that. So that would be fantastic. Yay! I haven't been having any sleep. I don't know what's going on, but I just cannot sleep. I am exhausted, and I'm just like, okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. It's probably time for bed. I'm feeling pretty tired, and as soon as I get into bed, that's it. I am wide awake, and I will stare at the walls, and I'll toss, and I'll turn. Martin's snoring away because he falls asleep straight away, and I just can't sleep. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong. So this week I might start trying maybe a hot drink before I go to bed or something like that, because it is driving me insane. I am so tired, which doesn't help being low in iron either. Last week was the first time I finally felt Roman kick on the outside. It was wonderful. I woke up in the morning and I could feel movement, which was normal, but then there was this other movement and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's could be felt on the outside. So I put my hand there and sure enough I could feel him kicking, and it was wonderful. And I was like, I quickly texted Martin. He was milking, so he couldn't come back obviously, but later on that afternoon Roman decided to be kicking again, pardon me, and Martin was home and he got to feel it. So finally he can have some sort of involvement, and since then he has just been moving like crazy, just constant movement now. But I am noticing very, very specific awake and asleep times, although there are probably times he's moving and I can't feel it, but there are very distinct times that he's that I can feel movement and not. The other thing, something new has happened this week for week 21. Finally, something different to talk about. I have been getting the most vivid, wicked dreams ever. Like, these dreams, I wake up and it takes me a few minutes to kind of realise that I've been dreaming, and they have just been out of this world. They have been the weirdest dreams I have ever had. The first one I recall, because sometimes when I wake up they just kind of slip away very quickly and I can't remember what they're about, but 3 I can remember. One was about these nurses electrocuting me, and I was trying to tell them that I was dying, and they were like, well, you're not going to be able to handle labour if you can't handle this. And it was awful. Like, they were just electrocuting me, and I was like, really screaming at the top of my lungs, and they just would not stop. Another dream was about my digital camera, that it was so powerful that it could take photos of galaxies. Yes, very weird, I know. There was more to that dream, but I'm not going to go into it because it was just too weird. And the only other dream I remember was, okay, my car was a boat and I decided to go sailing in my car boat, and I got stranded on a desert island, and the desert island people were cannibals, and so that I didn't get eaten, I pretended to be a cannibal as well. And they had a toilet, and I needed to go to the toilet, and they had to teach me how to use their toilet locks, because the locks on their toilets were different. I mean, oh my gosh, those dreams are nuts. They are so weird, and every night, the only night I haven't had a dream was last night, and I think that's because it was severe exhaustion, so I probably just don't remember it. But 3 nights in a row I had these most vivid, weird dreams. What else is going on? Oh yes, you can see behind me there is a bed here now. That is because we've moved it out of Roman's nursery because things are all go in the nursery now. We have a change table now, and piles and piles and piles of clothes. I'm serious, this kid is gonna have one, you know, he could probably change outfits 3 times a day, every day for a year and still not wear the same thing twice. He just has so much stuff. So I've been sorting it out, you know, going through what sizes they are and, you know, onesies and t-shirts and shorts and mittens and booties and things. So I've been sorting that out. So I brought some paint because I'm going to be doing the Mummy to Be DIY diaries. So there's a few things that I'm renovating, and so I thought I'd show you guys. And one of them is I have a set, this one thing, it's from the warehouse, it's like a storage compartment. It's just square like this with a shelf in the middle, so you've got 2 shelves, and it's pink. And we're having a boy. So I've decided to theme the room like a baby pastel green, as well as blue and white. And so I'm painting it. I don't want to tip that up, so that's the colour. You can see that. It's a pastel green. The colour probably shows it different on the computer, but it's really nice. Kind of like a pepperminty colour, actually. And so I brought a tester pot. I brought 2 of these, which would be enough to do that set because it's not big. And I've brought some new handles for the set of drawers that I'm refurbishing, and we have chosen a wall sticker, so things are just all go in the nursery now, which is great. So it's given me something to do, which is fantastic. Okay, that's all for week 21 in this diary. Although my belly shot is obviously going to be a bit out. Like literally the past 3 days I have just popped this top that I'm wearing now. I used to be able to fit it perfectly, and I would not walk into town wearing this top anymore, and you'll see why. It is a little bit dirty, but that is because I've been doing housework and I got the cows in with Martin, and I have been doing painting and put on a roast, so my top is dirty, so excuse that. So here's my belly shot for week 21, even though it's actually 22 weeks, 3 days, never mind. Alright, this is why I would not be wearing it in town. I'm popping out now. So this is this week's belly shot. There you go. Definitely growing. It's the front. And my belly button is getting shallower and shallower, so it's not going to be too far away from popping out, I don't think. That's the belly. It's still sitting very low. It's all down here. And the other thing is, it is rock hard. Like, this whole area is rock hard. Right up, it's still rock hard. It's about there. It's rock hard there, and then it's just spongy. So I'm always measuring the fundal height, which is when they measure your uterus up here, has always been a lot higher than the gestational age of what Roman is. So yes, that's I think that's all, because I have a whole bunch of cool clothes to show you. Really cool clothes, because me and Mum have brought some as well, because we've started getting into the whole buying stuff. But I'll do that in a separate video for the YouTubers, because I don't think anyone on Facebook would be interested in that. So I'll do a separate video on YouTube for the rest of you. But that's all. We've had a good Easter, hence the reason why my video is late, because of Easter. I hope everyone's had good holidays. But that's all, guys, and I shall see you for 22 week update.